Hello and welcome back to SportNation. My name's Gabby Partington.
And I'm Tom Gooday.
And today we'll be chatting boxing. We've got two big fights which get underway this weekend, one in England and one in Germany. The first one takes place in Manchester. So we've got Ricky Burns against Anthony Crolla. Talk me through that one.
This is big. So it's Battle of Britain.
Battle of the Brits.
Ricky Burns, the Scotsman, against Anthony Crolla, proud Englishman from Manchester. It's a Saturday night, fighting at lightweight, which is 135 pounds or 9 stone 6, if you want to go in stone. So it's at the MEN Arena. Both are off the back of world title defeats earlier this year. So they both need to bounce back from this, really. Ricky Burns is a 3-weight world champion, which is not kind of as highly regarded in the boxing circles, but he's a very good fighter, very astute, doesn't tend to kind of get blown away in fights and things like that. So he lost his world title to Julius Ndongo in April. He's now 34, he's had 41 fights and has had 6 losses. I genuinely think if Crolla beats him here, he could retire.
That's the thing, Burns is 34, where Crolla's 30. Who would you say is fresher out of the two? Obviously in terms of age, you obviously go for the younger one, but yeah. In their form, who would you say is fresher?
I think Crolla, being that 4 years younger, in boxing terms, that's quite a lot.
You've got to be super fit, don't you?
Super fit. Like Crolla always comes in. Joe Gallagher, his trainer, always gets him absolutely firing and on point. So I think he's coming into this off the back of 2 defeats against Jorge Linares, which isn't a bad record. Linares is in the pound for pound top boxers in the world, and he's also just beaten Luke Campbell, another Brit. But he likes the MEN Arena, does Crolla, and I think, like you say, he'll come in fresh. He's going to be the one that's probably got a bit more desire about him. But he beat Perez and Barroso here at the MEN Arena. He likes it here.
See, he likes the MEN, and he's got a slight advantage as well because he is from England, whereas Manchester, we're in England. But maybe, you know, coming all the way from, well, it's not all the way from Scotland, but not too far, he probably won't have the fans as much behind him, will he?
Absolutely. I think Crolla is a Mancunian. All of the fans there, or the majority of the fans there, are going to be Crolla fans.
Why do they do that? Why do they always seem to have? Can't they play somewhere else where they don't, or fight somewhere else?
It's one of those. They tend to have it at one of the boxes. Guaranteed crowds.
Home and away fixture.
It is a little bit like that. So, like you never know if Burns wins this, they might have a rematch, like up in Scotland. Like if it's a good enough fight, they tend to have rematches at the alternative venue. But I like the look of Crolla. Crolla boxed very well against Linares, was beaten but boxed very, very well. I think in the last couple of years he's been in with better boxers. Although Burns has boxed at a higher weight division, so he boxed at super lightweight and won a world title there, I'm leaning towards Crolla on this one. And my tip, if it's to go either way, would be Crolla on points.
Okay, and we're going to go away to Germany.
Yep.
We've got Eubank Jr. against Yildirim, so we've got 2 bigger fighters.
Yes.
2 bigger fighters.
Yep.
So who do you think's got more desire to win in that one?
Well, this is in the World Boxing Super Series, so it's super middleweight, this one. So this is 12 stone, which is 168 pounds. Massive prize fund available for this World Boxing Super Series, which is $50 million. So crazy amounts of money. Over in Germany, in Stuttgart, this is where Yildirim fights out of. So he's Turkish nationality, but he fights out of Germany. And they're vying to get into the semi-finals. So this one's slightly different to most boxing, where it's actually a bit of a knockout tournament. So this is the quarterfinals. Callum Smith from England's already in the semi-finals. He beat Shogland a couple of weeks back. And I think this is Eubank Jr.'s to lose, really. He's second time he's fought outside of Britain. It caused a bit of a surprise moving up to super middleweight. He wasn't the biggest middleweight. So to move up to super middleweight was a bit of a surprise, but he's won both of his contests there, beat Arthur Abraham, which was a good win. And I just think that he's probably the favourite going into this.
Is that because he's his father's son, or would you say, or is it because of his status, would you say that's
Yeah, I think he's got a bit of a following. Obviously, Eubank Senior, everyone knows what he's about, bit of a character. Eubank Jr. comes in a little bit less, he's a little bit less eccentric. But I think that's everyone on the planet is a little bit less eccentric than Chris Eubank. But it's going to be a tough one to call. Obviously, Chris Eubank Jr. holds the IBO world title, which isn't a renowned world title, but it is still a world title. He's fighting Yildirim.
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 That's a tricky one.
That is
You're not
that is
Turkish,
a
so
tricky
you
one.
won't get that right.
I'm not a Turkish one. But he's sparred with James DeGale, and James DeGale said he was impressed with him. Showed a lot of power. He's had 16 fights, 10 he's won by knockout. So he's going to be quite a big puncher, and he's a little bit of an unknown quality. So I think this one is quite tough to call. If it was me, I would go Eubank on points.
Okay.
That would be my shout.
And the fight hasn't happened yet, but there was a little bustle that happened between the trainers.
Did you
see the press conference?
A little bit of drama, yeah. So yeah, he's not showered himself in glory here, has he?
No, he has not.
You can try and knock me out. Ali.
What?
How far are you going to go? How far are you going to go?
Yes.
Let the fighters fight. How far are you going to go? How far are you
Yes. We go not very far. Go back. Go back.
Yeah, Yildirim's trainer kicking off at the press conference.
Always
not
one.
ideal.
Always
one.
one.
Yeah, if one little tip that I would throw in there is if you go Crolla and Eubank on points as a little bit of a double, that I think is quite tasty.
Brilliant. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. But if you'd head to sportnation.com for more tips, more videos, and that's it for now. See you later.
See you later.